Simon, just one day to go until we face Chorley in the playoff semi-final here at the CNG Stadium. How have preparations gone this week?
Yeah, they've gone as well as could be expected. We've given them a couple of days off in between the training sessions as well on Tuesday and Thursday. And they're back in today. I had a good session yesterday, so yeah, we're looking forward to the big game now.
We learned on Wednesday night it would be Chorley we face after they overcame Stockport. Does that affect preparations in any way, and what are you expecting from this Chorley side?
A really tough game. They're experienced, they've been in playoffs, a couple of players over the last few years, and they've got a really strong core to their team. I think they're renowned for being hard to break down, so we'll have to show great patience tomorrow.
Chorley have gone into the game on good form, picked up some wins late in the season, and that's resulted in Matt Jansen being named manager of the month. Just what do you think's been the secret behind their recent success?
Yeah, I think he's deserved it because the run they've been on is, evidence of real form. They played really well. They stuck to the guns the way they play. With the three at the back and two sitting midfielders, and that's why they're so hard to break down. But equally, that's not underestimating how quick they can counter attack. So at least we know what they're about. With Stockport, they tend to change more. And they can change 2 or 3 times during the game. With Chorley, we've had them watch several times, and that 3-4-1-2, it can be a real handful because the lads, the management's very consistent, and they know their roles well.
Our last meeting with them was a tight contest when we went on to secure a 1-0 victory at Victory Park. Do you think the 2 wins over Chorley this season will give us a boost going into the match?
Well, I hope so, but I think we certainly won't underestimate them. We went to watch them, 4 of us the other night, and we're really impressed because they deserve to win, and that was in front of 6,000. So by no means will they come here and be fazed by an atmosphere. And I think that what stood them in good stead was their experience throughout that team, and they haven't got a weak link. So we expect a tough game, but on our home patch we're hoping to cause them a few problems.
Chorley have nearly always been involved in the post-season during their time in this league. We were involved 2 seasons ago. How important do you think it is to have experience as a club to be involved in the post-season?
Well, it's great. I mean, all experiences should help shape you. And as a club, I think we've moved on. Back then, it was great to be involved at that stage in the playoffs, and we didn't do ourselves justice in the home game. We did actually perform well away at Fylde, but hopefully we can learn from that and just stay in the moment and really enjoy it and relish the battle.
You made a few changes to the team last week against Curzon, and after such a brilliant performance, I imagine you have a few selection headaches going into the game. Is that a good problem to have?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it doesn't make it a good problem when you're having to tell people whether they're being included or not, especially the lads who will obviously be disappointed not to be playing and in some cases not involved, but everyone has made such a big contribution to our season, and they shouldn't forget that. And tomorrow, we all know the playoffs are just a one hit, and it's a knockout on the day, so you've got to turn up, and I think the spirit's good. And just as I heard their manager, Matt Jansen, say the other night, they've got really good team spirit as well. So one thing that will be in evidence, I think, is 2 teams that back themselves and are good groups of lads, to be honest.
You mentioned the atmosphere earlier. Ticket sales have gone really well this week, and we're expecting one of the biggest crowds of the season. How much of an impact can our home supporters have on the result?
Certainly can. I think they've been the driving force behind the success this season, and we really hope that on the big day, they're going to be as loud and as vocal as ever. They've been superb, and let's hope the team can do themselves repay that faith.
Thank you.
Cheers.